Hello guys, this is today's Moneyology and welcome to another video. On my last video, I got so much love and support and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much for all the new reviewers, new subscribers. Apparently, lots of you guys that viewed that video did not subscribe, okay? I'm watching you and I'll show up under your bed tonight. Anyways, I got a recommendation by my friend to do an Aita video, okay? Aita stands for Am I the Asshole? It's basically a subreddit that people are like basically telling their stories and asking for people's opinion whether they're the asshole or not. So I'm gonna tell you whether you're an asshole, not an asshole, or an extra asshole, hemorrhoids version. By the way, this is not a first thing that happened. You guys probably know what I am the asshole is because it has been like a trending thing when it comes to like commentary content on YouTube. So my friend Zarif has prepared 5 Am I the Asshole stories, okay? And he said that most of them are insane. So I hope that it's crazy, because if it's not, my hopes are way too high then. Am I the asshole if I expose my mom's gross habits to my family? I, 20 female, live at home temporarily with my parents. Mom, 50 and dad, 45. My mom has worked from home for years and loved being outside on our back porch all day long while she works, mainly so she can smoke. Alright? She is kind of sneaky when it comes to things like secret drinking and smoking weed during the day, which is frustrating for my dad and I because she always does it too much and ends up trying to lie to us when we confront her for being intoxicated while on clock. Recently, I've been home more during the day and have noticed gross habits of hers that made me a little sick to my stomach. She spits a lot on the ground, even though she smokes heavily filtered cigarettes. This isn't too bad, but today I was just looking out a window to our back porch and saw her on a work call, not on video, fully unzip her pants, pull them down, sit on a wooden deck chair that my dad and I frequently use, and pee on the porch.
Why is it already stinking?
Mind you, we have a bathroom not even 20 feet away inside the house. She didn't even hose it off. She put the cushion back on the chair, pulled her pants up, moved on with her day. I am actually appalled and don't know if I should tell my dad because it is gross and he is a huge neat freak. He would be so mad. I think he'd consider a divorce since she never changes her behavior. I have been silent about many things for my mom, but I'm genuinely so grossed out with this one. So would I be the asshole if I confronted her and told my dad about what I saw? I don't think you even need to confront her. I think you should just tell your dad. Your dad is a clean freak. I'm a clean freak myself, and I'm getting freaked out by this. That is absolutely disgusting.
Ew.
Your mom clearly needs some kind of help. I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think you're more of an asshole if you don't tell your dad and just let him sit on the back porch knowing there's piss all over the place. When you smoke weed, you should be responsible and not put your husband and children at risk of smelling your dirty piss. You should tell your dad about this. This is his home, you know, and your mom is pissing on his back porch and smoking Zaza. So I think you should, let him know. And if you are to confront your mom, tell her to be a responsible adult. Smoke Zaza where you don't piss on your back porch, okay? Next, Reddit post. Am I the asshole for calling out my brother's girlfriend for stealing my stuff? My brother, 25 male, started dating his girlfriend, 20 female, for about 2 months now. She was kind of rude to me, making snarky comments, but I always brushed it off as being a joke. My brother asked if I could hang out with her for the day because he was going on a trip with his friends and she wanted to spend some time with me. I'm under the impression that she didn't like you because of the snarky comments, but okay. We were hanging out in my room until I needed to go to the washroom, and then she pees on your back porch. But I was kind of nervous to leave her alone in my room as she is known to be nosy. But I left the room despite that. After a few minutes, I came back and catch her in the act of going through my stuff. I saw her putting some of my stuff in her purse, but I decided to ask her about it later. A few days later, my family had a family gathering and she was invited, and that was the time I decided to confront her about stealing my stuff. I asked her to come to an excluded place and ask her about it. She started defending herself and was getting worked up and yelling at me. Soon my brother came and tried to defend her as well, saying that he could prove she's innocent. We went through her purse and found a necklace of mine and some other things I didn't even knew she took. When I confronted her with all this, she got mad and stormed out cursing at me, took my brother away. A few days later, my brother asked me to apologize to her, but obviously I didn't want to. It's been a week since this happened, and my brother and now even my family is asking for me to apologize. I still refuse. I feel kind of bad. I don't know, guys, am I the asshole? So you asked her during the family gathering? Like when everyone's there? Good. You know what? You are nicer than me. I would have humiliated that bitch, okay? I wouldn't just do it at my family gathering, okay? Like imagine I would be like in a park, like a national park. I would scream, "My brother's girlfriend stole my shit! Someone call the police!" I would do that, you know? Honestly, you're nicer than me. I would have violated this hoe. I don't think you're the asshole at all. I don't think you should apologize. I think you should not apologize and maybe try to make them forget about it. First of all, the girlfriend clearly has some kind of hatred towards you because of the snarky comments, and he's stealing your shit. Not to mention, he's also dating your brother, which kind of makes the situation feels a little weird for you. And don't let them feel like you're the bad person for confronting someone that's stealing your shit. I think I would have been a bigger asshole. Just saying. Next one. Am I the asshole for avoiding Christmas after being excluded from a wedding for being a stripper? Alright. I, 30 female, quit my stressful white-collar job 5 years ago and became self-employed. The thing is, my self-employment is an exotic dancer, stripper / entertainer. I make my own schedule, make great money, and 90% of the time, I really enjoy my job. Good for you! About 3 weeks into my job, I ran into a family member's significant other. Let's call him Bob. Don't ever trust a Bob. And my family member, Beth. Bob was just as surprised to see me as I was him. Bob and I both agreed to not say anything to anyone. Also, when you're hired at this club, we sign a confidentiality agreement to not speak about patrons seen in the club. I also want to mention we never touched or did a lap dance. He saw me naked, considering the occupation. Fast forward 4 years later, Bob and Beth are now getting married. And of course, it spilled out that I'm a stripper and he came to my club 4 years ago. Still not sure how everything came out. I'm also a little confused on that. I need more info. Anyways, now I'm the only family member excluded from the wedding. Mom, dad, siblings invited. Every single family member attended the wedding without an issue, except for my mom and dad, who decided not to attend based on the fact that I was excluded. That's nice. I asked them to attend regardless, considering that I'm not a huge fan of weddings anyway. Now, after the fact, I'm sort of bothered by it. Not by the lack of invitation. It seems like the complete agreement from my entire family that I deserve to be excluded. Excluding my parents, siblings still attended. It's as if everyone thought, well, she's a stripper and the future husband saw her naked once. She's not invited, and everyone agreed 100%. The wedding was this summer, and I haven't seen my extended family since. When I said I wasn't attending Christmas with them, then there was concern came out with me not being present. How I was so missed. So am I the asshole? So the issue right now is the fact that, well, she's a stripper and the groom saw you naked. It's not your fault that the groom happens to be there. First of all, I need more context on how the fact that you're a stripper slipped out. I need to know. Because I feel like we brushed over that thing so easily.
I didn't mention this in the video, but now that I think about it and read back the story, maybe it's just me, but if I was about to marry someone and I went to a strip club and one of my in-laws are there, I would have immediately left. I don't know if it's a weird thing or it's just me. If I knew someone that's going to be a family member of mine is in the strip club that I was about to go to, I would have just left. Because that's fucking weird. Maybe it's just me.
We need to have a conversation with this Bob guy because he clearly is trying to set you up to something. I don't think you're the asshole at all, and if I were you, I would just not attend that Christmas gathering because I wouldn't give two shits. If, they won't invite me to their wedding, you clearly don't want anything to do with me, so you shouldn't miss me when I don't come to your Christmas gathering, okay? So no, you are not the asshole. Call Bob and tell him that I need to know his details on what happened, why it slipped out that she's a stripper. Next story. Am I the asshole for raising voice at a 4-year-old? My kids are in taekwondo. There's a mother with 2 boys, one of whom is in my kids' class. The other boy is 4 and very disruptive. General rules for parents and bystanders are to be respectful. No talking loudly, no talking to kids who are practicing obvious stuff. The place is small and we usually park out front and wait in our car. We've seen this 4-year-old run out of the building and across the busy parking lot. While the mom isn't even outside, we've also seen him throw and spit water from his water bottle into other storefronts. Oh, not a huge deal, but they're all glass, so it leaves stains. Not a huge deal. One night, we're sitting in our car and he's just bouncing off the walls, sprinting back and forth, hanging off the reception desk, bumping into other kids. The mom isn't watching him. Finally, he starts prying the front glass door open, pushing it so hard it locks and stays open. He winds up and kicks the glass as hard as he can. My husband jumps out of the car and goes, "Hey!" The kid starts to run back inside. My husband goes up to close the door and raising his voice says, "Don't kick the door!" He then comes back in the car. The kid looks terrified in his mom's arms. Her and other moms looks pissed. The class is over and the kids are getting their gear together. The mother leaves their 4-year-old inside, then comes to us and says, "Speak to me next time." My husband explains her son was kicking the door, and she responds, "My son has ADHD, and I can't watch everything he does. So instead of screaming at a child, talk to me first." Another mom comes out and goes, "I can't believe that happened to you," and proceeds to glare at us. We proceed to tell her that he was running around unsupervised and he was going to break the door. Well, I didn't see it. We also told her about seeing him spray water on another business. Is the water going to melt the class? My husband does apologize and confirm he will speak during next time, but it's too late. Another mom comes out and they're all glaring at us, talking loudly about us. Our kids came out and we get them into the car and I see the mom flip us off in front of the kids. Both boys are not outside with her, by the way, but are again unsupervised inside. We weren't screaming at the child. We told the kid to sternly not kick a glass door. Maybe we should have just minded our own business. There was 4 other men standing outside who said nothing before and after. So am I the asshole? No, you're not. How are you supposed to know that kid has ADHD? And also, the mother knew he has ADHD, and I understand that you can't keep an eye on him forever, but you can't let him run around unsupervised. And when people complain about your kid, have a little responsibility. It's kind of neglectful. I don't want to assume this person for neglecting her kid, but it kind of feels that way because you're just letting him running around. And I do want to give these people like the benefit of the doubt. It is a kid, and I do understand that a kid is going to act like a kid and to not be so dramatic. He probably is going to grow out of it. But at the same time, you cannot tell someone how to react when it comes to someone else's kid kind of almost destroying their property. I do want to hear the actual tone of you screaming to this child, though, because if it's like insanely screaming, then maybe you're a bit of an asshole because it is a child. However, you're not the asshole, judging by the fact that you said we didn't scream at the child. We just sternly told them to not kick a glass door. The mom should take some responsibility instead of getting mad at someone that is rightfully angry. Am I the asshole for having a memory box from my past relationship?
Be nice. I'm finding it.
So I, 18 female, have been dating my boyfriend Chad. I don't know, the name Chad throws me off, I'm sorry. Have been dating my boyfriend Chad, 20, for a few months now. In the past, I was in a 1 to 5 year relationship. Is that what it means? 1 to 5 year relationship that completely changed me as a person. After we broke up, I put everything that reminded me of my ex in a shoebox. For example, pictures and drawings. This was over a year ago. Now the shoebox just has been sitting on my shelf where it's collecting dust. So today when Chat came over for the weekend, I went to take a shower and apparently I was in the shower. Chat found the memory box and went through it. When I came back from the shower, I saw Chat sitting on my bed with the box in his lap. He started yelling at me, accusing me of still being in love with my ex. Before I could say anything, Chat threw the box on the floor and stormed out. I tried calling and no answer. I even texted him multiple times. I'm annoyed that he didn't let me say anything before getting mad at me. The thing is, I had practically forgotten about the whole box, and that it doesn't mean anything anymore. The memories in the box are a part of me, but nothing that I still cling on to. So am I the asshole for still having the memory box? I don't think you're the asshole for still having the memory box. I also don't think your boyfriend is an asshole. Chad, you know him? Chad?
Wow.
Imagine you're dating someone and you saw a box that is full of memories of your girlfriend's ex. If I was him, I'm afraid I would have a similar reaction.
What?
Because sometimes when frustration and anger takes over your body, you just need time to be alone. You kind of don't want to hear an explanation, but maybe wait for him to cool off and tell him that this it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore, but since it is collecting dust and you don't really care about it, why don't you throw it away? Okay? To avoid more misunderstandings. Am I the asshole for headcanoning myself as a Chad?
Yes!
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm really happy that you guys enjoy my humor, my editing style. No one mentioned anything about my editing style yet, but we're getting there. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram because I'm beautiful. Goodbye, everyone!
Love you, me too, baby. 아이고, your smile is so contagious.